What's up everyone, WizardKen here with another Xbox 360 World of Tanks video. Today we're going to be looking at the German Tier 9 Heavy, the VK4502B. Now, last time we talked about the VK4502A, and the historical parts of that was that Dr. Porsche, after the Tiger Peace failed attempts to try to get that out into the battlefield and stuff like that, and it catching on fire, he actually developed two other prototypes, two other tanks that he thought might actually kick some ass. And of course, none of these tanks, the VK4502A or the B, actually saw production. I do believe there is a prototype or drawings at least made up of these tanks, but the problem was Dr. Porsche was pretty much very experimental, and that's probably why he never got any of these tanks out there, because he wanted to change up things all the time and this and that. They're pretty cool designs. I mean, I give him props for the way he designed the VK4502A and the B. Now, I personally like the B better than the A, and most people, at least in World of Tanks, excuse me, like the A or like the B better than the VK4502A. And the reason is because the VK4502A just lacks the armor on it. It just gets penned a lot. Yes, you can angle it and stuff like that, and I have bounced with that tank, but the problem is the armor, or lack of armor, is one of the most disappointing things about that tank. And going from the Tiger P to the VK4502A was very devastating, because the Tiger P had a good amount of armor, but you know, there was reasons for the armor being lighter and stuff like that. You know, Dr. Porsche wanted to try something a little bit different, but on the VK4502B, he actually, from my understanding, wanted a little bit more armor for this one. So, and as you can see, it is a rear mounted turret, which I do like that look on a tank. I think it looks awesome. It actually helps you out with side scraping. But there are some drawbacks from this too, and we're going to talk about that probably a little bit later on once we get into a battle and stuff like that. Now, I know some of you guys have been wanting me to explain why I usually don't use premium rounds and stuff like that, and I'll explain that in a different video, because I want to go a little bit more in depth with that. And some of you guys have been asking me, you know, what's the proper way of side scraping, stuff like that, and I'll show you a couple different ways. Maybe in this battle, but I'll do another video about that later on, because I know some of you guys have been wanting to learn how to side scrape, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking too, can you side scrape with a regular tank? You can, but there are some pretty big drawbacks from doing it, but it is something you can do. Preferably you want to do it with a tank that has a rear mounted turret, but not just any rear mounted turret, because you know, if you take the Waffle U100 out there and try to side scrape with it, you're going to pretty much get yourself killed. Just because that turret's just so big. But anyways, that's for another day. Alrighty, guys. So if you want to hit that button right now and skip to the battle, you could do that. Hopefully, if you're watching it the first day this is out, then I probably haven't gotten that fixed yet. That's just because usually I get these uploaded right before I go to work, and I don't get a chance to add that button in there, but it'll definitely be on there on the next day. So anyways, the button should be up there. Click on it, and we're going to talk about the stats now and then go into the armor. Alright guys, so let's talk about the stats on the VK4502B. The hit points on this thing is 1,950. That's a lot of hit points, and it's nice to have that amount. I know we're going to go up a lot more once we get the mouse, but 1,950 is a good amount of hit points. You should be able to take a lot of hits before you get blown up, especially with the armor that you have on here, which we're going to talk about in a second. The speed on this thing is 30 kilometers per hour. Not the greatest in the world, because to be honest with you, this thing does not like inclines at all, so don't expect the 30 to stay there. It actually is a pretty slow tank, and when we get the mouse, we're going to go even slower. But hey, you know what? 30 kilometers, I'll take that over the 20 that we're going to probably get with the mouse. So now going to the whole armor. In the front, there's 200 armor in the front, 100 on the side, and 100 on the rear. Huge improvement from the VK4502. I mean, huge amount. And we're angled pretty nicely in the front, so we're going to be bouncing if we can get ourselves angled properly and stuff like that. So 200 in the front, 100 on the side, 100 on the rear. That's a good thing. So you can see this is a very frontal tank in that sense. I mean, the whole armor in the front is nasty. Now, this is where you guys are going to be very happy. Now, this is the last package on this tank where you get this mounted turret. It is 252 on the front, 160 on the side, and 160 on the rear. That is lovely. 252 on the front is nasty. Now, the only problem I have with this is if you look at the front of this tank, that's not a big area for the front in that sense. I mean, just where the gun mantle is and, you know, maybe a couple inches off to the side, left and right side of that, is the 252. Once you get to these wing parts, from my understanding, that's where your 160 actually kick in. So, but it is angled nicely off to the left and right, so you should be okay. But to be honest with you, I haven't really been pinned there. A lot of people have been bouncing because of the way it's angled. But that is a very small area in that sense. The commander hatch on there, I do get hit a little bit there, but majority of the time, this front is just deadly to other tanks. They just cannot penetrate the armor that we have. Now, the rate of fire on this thing is 3.82 because it has a 12.8 centimeter on here. It is a nasty, nasty gun. This is pretty much the same gun as the Waffle gets and the E100 and stuff like. Well, the E100 you could change it out and stuff, but the one that I use on the tier 9 and tier 10 is the 12.8 centimeter just because of the nice penetration. And the damage isn't bad either. The penetration for this gun is 246 and the damage is 490. I don't mind that. That's not bad at all. I definitely love a gun that can penetrate a lot, especially if it takes it a while to reload. If we would have had the bigger gun on here, what is it, the 15 centimeter, I believe it is. You know, we could check on that right now. But if I am right on that, I mean, the problem with that is that it is, yeah, the 15 centimeter. It drops in penetration and damage goes up, but you got to be able to pen the people and stuff like that. So, but to be honest with you, I do like the 12.8 better. It's just my preference. Some people can like the 15 better, and that's okay too. That really is. Anyways, but talking about the reload rate, I mean 3.82. You might be able to get 4 with a good crew. Yeah, I mean it's just one of those things. It really, really is just one of those things that you're not going to improve very much. I mean, you can put a gun rammer on here. I didn't, just because I knew even with a gun rammer and stuff like that, I would still never make it to 5 rounds in a minute. So why spend the money on something like that? It could make you a little bit faster, but not a lot. Yeah, I'm not going to put it on here. So anyways, but yeah, that is all the stats right now, guys. Let's move over to the armor, and we'll go a little bit more in depth on that. Alright, guys, so we're going to be looking at the armor right now, and starting with the front. Of course, that lower glacis or lower plate is a weak spot, but it's angled decently. I have bounced the bottom of that. Yeah, I have bounced a little bit there, but not very often, so don't expect it to always work. Moving up to the upper glacis or upper plate, whatever you prefer to call it. You can see there it's pretty angled pretty nicely, but you do have this gunner port right there, and you do have the driver's view port right there. So you do have to watch out for that. To be honest with you, I've never had either one of these really hit unless I was going against something like a T110 E3 or E4, something that has a high penetration that usually has penned me in those gunner ports or something like that, or somebody with really, really good accuracy. But majority of the time, I've been bouncing around these areas because the gunner port is a little big, but that driver port, unless you actually penetrate in there somewhere, that viewport is very, very, very small. So I don't really worry about that too much at all. Now, moving up, as you can see, we do have a landing pad right there, and because of the speed on this thing, artillery loves hitting us there, because that's where your engine's going to be, right in that area. So it does suck when you do get hit by artillery. They do fuck you over a little bit, but Yeah, it does suck. Like I said, there are some cons to having a rear-mounted turret, or at least having a huge hole and having a rear-mounted turret. And as you can see, it does expose a lot of your crew and stuff like that for artillery shells. But majority of the other tanks you're going to be going against, I mean, they're not going to be able to really take you on in that sense, in the sense of being able to take out your crew very easily because of that armor, how thick it is, and how much we can angle and side scrape and stuff. And that's what I meant by pissing people off. A lot of people have been getting pissed off at me because I've just been using this tank in the proper way. Now, it doesn't work for me all the time because there are some maps that there are just no buildings to really hide behind or no place to really try to do a side scrape on. And it does hinder you in that sense. So, moving up to the turret, let's try to zoom out a little bit there. You can see there is a viewport on top. There is a, I believe that's the gunner port right up there for the actual main gun. I'm not 100% positive. It looks just like the one that you see on the E100s and the Jagdpanzer E100s, stuff like that. That is considered a weak spot. If you shoot there, you can actually damage this tank. Of course, you got the commander's viewport up there, and there you go. I mean, pretty much he... that's a weak spot up there too. That's only 160 in thickness right there. And then the sides of the turret, 160. So you got to be careful with those. So let's move over to the side of the tank and talk about that a little bit. Alrighty guys, so we're looking at the side of this tank. Now, real quickly, we're not going to go over the rear of the tank nor the other side because they are pretty much identical in that sense. I've been trying to cut down on how long these review videos are. The first impressions are going to be great for doing that. It's just, unfortunately, I started that series after I had already started playing this tank, so I couldn't do a first impression video. But moving on, as we said, that landing strip right there is pretty much where the engine is. So if you shoot there on the side, you can definitely take out some, you know, engines or catch this thing on fire by doing that. So as you can see, the tracks are exposed, but between the track and that little upper little plate area, I mean, it's pretty small gapage there. So you're probably not going to get a shell through that. I would stick with trying to actually shooting the side of this tank as much as possible. Of course, the front and rear part, wheels are going to be damaging spots. Why is that always a damaging spot? I have no clue. I never knew why that's considered a damaging spot. To be honest with you, you would think if they did shoot right in the middle of the rear wheel or in the front wheel, it would just like go through empty space, I guess, right there. I don't know. But I just don't see why it's a spot that's weak. Anyways, if you move from where we saw the engine at to just where the turret is and stuff like that in that area, that's going to be a storage area for ammunition. And if you shoot there, you should be able to knock this thing's ammo out. Now, I've been shot there a lot just because I got snuck up on. This is a slow tank, and there's not much I can do about it. I've been hit there, and my ammo's been taken out. So you got to be careful about that. The turret, moving up to that, the very end of it, the winged area, I would call it, or the entry point of where the people get in. There's also storage areas there for ammunition. And I also forgot to mention this little back corner, too, of the hull that's kind of angled a little bit. It actually has ammunition stored there, too. So all the way through here is a good area to smack this thing and try to take out the ammunition. Of course, if you shoot the side of the turret right here at the commander's hatch, you're going to take out the commander. And then if you shoot right here with these extra tracks or that viewport, the gunner viewport right there, you're going to be taking out the gunner and stuff like that. So, and vice versa on the other side and different things like that. So, but anyways, this is a sleek looking tank. I mean, it's really nice looking. I think it's pretty badass. I've enjoyed this tank a lot because of the armor and the way it's shaped and stuff. I've been looking forward to getting this tank, and when I got it, you know, my expectations were completely filled. It was everything I wanted it to be in a tank like this, and I've enjoyed it very, very much. But like I said, there are some flaws with the design of this tank. One of the problems before we jump into a battle that we're going to have is because this thing is a rear mounted turret. And when you are pushing, you know, around a building or anything like that, your front's going to be exposed before your gun ever gets around there. Now, the way that you could stop that from happening is to side scrape the building real quick so that you could look around the corner before your body goes out there. See if it's clear. If it's clear, then back up and then send, you know, yourself forwards. And I'll explain what I mean once I get into the battlefield. Hopefully. It depends on the map. But that's how I get around corners sometimes if I don't want a chance getting shot at and stuff. So, like I said, this is a little slow. It doesn't allow you to get going down the road, so you're going to have to worry about that too. But anyways, let's get going into a battle, and then we'll talk about more of that stuff there. Alright guys, we're on Insk War Standard Battle. Now this is exactly the map that we've been wanting for this tank. We could side scrape a lot of places. Unfortunately, we are going against some big bastards. We can take them on, it's just... it's not very fun going against tier 10s sometimes. I mean, we can handle it. It's just, I don't care for it. I don't. I'd rather have the mouse at this stage if I were to go against tier 10s. So, I never like seeing higher tiers. The only time I like that is, you know, if I kill a couple of them, I get extra XP for killing a tier higher than me. So, that's the only good benefit about it. But, other than that, don't care for it. Do they have anything really nasty? Fuck, they do. 3 of their tank destroyers are nasty. T110, E3, E4, and the FV215B 183. That's going to be nasty. Anyway, so before we get involved in a battle and stuff like that, as I told you guys, you know, if we came in from that side of the building over to here and we wanted to go down this alley, the best thing to do is just line yourself up like this so you could side scrape. Look around the side of it, okay? Even do this a little bit, because you'll still bounce majority of the time. Pull back, get your viewport out there a little bit so you can see if anything's there. If not, and now, see, if we would have spotted somebody right now, our guns are already out there. Instead of if we would have just turned the corner. If we would have turned the corner with this tank. See, all of that, half of our body is exposed before our gun can even get around the corner. So, just food for thought. Try to side scrape or something like that before... you get into a shitty situation that you can't get out of. You know what? There are some tanks coming this way. There's the Foch. That's not a good tank. But I'm going to have to help these guys out. See what we can do. Unfortunately, I don't want to be in this area because of the way the artillery could probably hit me in the open. But we should be okay, like, right here. This Foch, railroad tracks are gonna fuck me over on trying to set myself up. That's fine. Hit my viewport. That's cool. But we're gonna try to side scrape off of this, the side of this mound, and we're doing okay with it. It's not the most amazing thing. Can't really do it perfectly. Who the hell is shooting at me from the left side? Oh, they shot through there, maybe? I don't know. I'm still sixth sensed. Here comes that Foch again. Oh, this is such a nasty gun. Such a nasty gun. 12-second reload, though. You know what the problem is here? They're going to rush. They're going to rush. I can't hit him, Bubba. Cannot hit him. I definitely need some help down here. But we're going to set up right here. Try to hold these guys down. I really want to help this guy with the Foch. That Foch is so fucking fast. Now we completely exposed ourselves. There we go. Let the tracks take it. Guys, I need help. God damn them. Oh, my team sucks ass. Ow. Eat shit. I don't know what else to do in this situation. We're going to do our best to get the fuck out of here, but there's not much we could do. Yeah, I knew I was going to take one there. Shit, shit, shit! Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, guys. My fucking team's a fucking shitbag son of a bitches. They just fucking suck. How are you guys dying that fucking quickly? Wait, I know. You suck. This sucks ass. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit from... Fuck you, fucking cocks. Fucking did more shit than they ever did. Alright guys, we're on steps, standard battle. We're going to be going against finally tier 9s and tier 8s. That first battle was shit, and I apologize for getting so pissed off, but holy crap, our team got just overrun. It's like they never did anything. I came in second place. I can't believe how shitty they were in that game. There's no way we should have gotten overrun that badly. It's just like nobody was playing. It's like nobody knew how to play their fucking tanks. So, anyways, I don't know why I'm going over here. Now, unfortunately, Steps is not the best map for me for side scraping. But one thing is nice, there's no artillery. So, how do you side scrape with the mountains and everything? Basically the same way we were doing it on the last one. You do as much as you can on side scraping, and that's it. I mean, you just do your best with it. That's all you could do. Now, this is the best way to go for the VK4502B, in my opinion, because you can use the mountains and stuff like that to side scrape, especially when you have no artillery. That's gonna fuck you over while you're trying to do this. So I highly suggest going this way. Now, the other way is not bad either. There's a couple spots you can side scrape, but there's just, if too many people go that way and they try doing the same thing you're doing, sometimes you might get fucked over on your side scraping because you know, people are in the way. You can't get in there as much. This way, at least you have a couple different ways you can side scrape and shoot at people and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do over here. I just think there's more variety of cover over here. Excuse me, my allergies are killing me and I'm fucking tired of it. I'm just so pissed off with my goddamn allergies. It's not even funny. Just have the worst allergies. Now I'm gonna come in here and piss this guy off a little bit because I really want to get up to those rocks right there, and we're gonna chance this a little bit because I really want to make it up there. Hello, Foch. Now this guy's gonna piss me off because he's gonna be in my way. He is going to be in my way. I hope he dies. See, this is the problem I was gonna say we were gonna have down there, was that I'm not gonna be able to get into a position that I can actually help. So, you know what? Fuck you. When you die, I'll come and take your spot. That's what I'm gonna do. But unfortunately, with this spot right here, I can't get my turret low enough to actually hit anything. There. Now we can. Oh, now the T-54 wants to leave. Awesome. Are you done going out there now, sir? Are you done getting your monkey spanked? I hope so. Because I'm ready to go and kick this Foch's ass. There we go. A little bit of love. Goes long. Oh, man. I fucking missed you. You're lucky. Even though I know I'm going to bounce, I still push up a little bit. I just don't want that chance of him hitting something on my turret. So it's always a good idea just to go ahead and do that anyways. That's fine. Pull off my tracks. Not giving two shits about my tracks, buddy. Oh my god. Little kids are trying to throw rocks at me, guys. Little kids throwing rocks at me. I'm scared. Eat it. Bum, bum, bum. And this is all we're going to do. We're going to piss them off because they want to take me out and they can't. Of course. Now we're going to have to reposition ourselves and do something different because we got a fucking T-34-3 right here that thinks he's fucking amazing using gold rounds against me. Fuck you, asshole. Jesus Christ. My team once again has failed to hold this side. Fucking idiots. Yeah, fuck you. God, my team just cannot, for the life of them, hold a goddamn position. I mean, seriously. It's not that fucking hard. They just like to go out there and do shit. Ow, I shouldn't have done that. That was my bad. And look at that. He hit right on the top of me. He had the better shot there. Yes, he did. This is going to be stupid if we try to go frontal to frontal. But if he hits that one little weak spot again, I'm going to be fucked. There we go. Get another hit in there. God damn it. My team on this side just sucked ass. All I can do is just hope for the best. Get one more shot in before this guy kicks my ass. Oh my god, he missed. No fucking way. No fucking way. Can I run around you, please? I really would like to run around you. Maybe get another kill. Maybe if I ram him. Yay. And I didn't even get to kill the fucking medium that's been a fucking piss pot scared bitch. Fucking kills him. Wow. Why don't you shoot at the tiger that actually had full life, you dumb son of a bitch? God. I've had a lovely day today, guys. Second battle of the day, and I've hated it. Looks like my team did pretty good at the other side. Good for them. This side, fucking idiots. I mean, they stayed out there on that one side over there. That's not a good spot always to sit. Like right here. Where is that? Like right here. I wish I could show you over there, but where all those guys were just left of us of that rock up there. I mean, that's just a stupid spot to sit. Don't be dumbasses. I mean, if you don't have the armor to be able to sit there and handle that area, don't fucking sit there. That's dumb. That's dumb. And apparently they didn't. I'm just glad I got the T-34-3 because that fucker was using gold. I know he was. You want to know why? I'll show you why when we get back to the garage with this tank. I'm going to show you why a lot of people use gold with that tank. And you're going to be like, holy shit, I'm going to start using gold rounds. I'll show you. Because the penetration on that 122, you know it does nasty damage. But that 122's penetration goes up dramatically. I mean, to the point he could pretty much pen anything. It is that fucking ridiculous. Alrighty, guys. So, we got Wrecking Ball. Every time I see that, I think of fucking Miley Cyrus. Duelist. Sharpshooter. And Fire for Effect. Cool. And Bruiser. Cool. I like all these new different awards. It's pretty neat. Mastery Badge number 2. Still haven't gotten full Mastery Badge just because I'm getting fucked over by my team. 42,000 in silver. 2,480 in experience points. Now, I know I didn't go over the last stats of the other game. That was just because I was too pissed off and I wasn't going to use that game. But I was like, you know what? No, fuck it. They could see that I was doing fine and my team just keeps getting fucked over. And the next game will be better. Nope. Next game was not better. My team sucked ass. At least the guys on my side. Came in third place though. Not bad. 3,258 damage. 2 kills. I like that. Shots fired 9. 7 actually. 9 of them hit. So we are being accurate as fuck with this thing. Which is not the most accurate thing out there, but it's not bad. Penetration 7. So we damage 4 enemies, which is really, really good. I like to change up sometimes the enemies. If there's like multiple ones out in the field, I'll shoot at different ones just to get multiple hits on them. Enemies destroyed 2. So not bad. Not bad at all. I felt like we did as good as we could with the situation that we had. Alrighty guys, so like I said in that battle, I'm going to show you exactly why people like using premiums for that Chinese tank. Alright, I'm going to show you this real quick before we wrap everything up. Oops, not the one I wanted. We go in the package, we hit Y on it. Okay, so right now the gun does 175 and 390 damage. Now, of course, when you use, you know, premium rounds, the only thing that changes is the penetration. Look at how much that goes up. That's almost 100 that it goes up. It goes from 175 to 250 penetration, which means it's going to pen pretty much everything out there. Seriously. Like, that is just, oh my God, that's too much of an increase for using gold rounds. So, I mean, I laugh at the guys that are using it because they're going to be wasting money. But then again, they might not be wasting money. They could be like Bubba and have like 14 mil to 20 mil of silver. You know, they don't give a crap. So, I mean, I don't know. But that's what pisses me off. I lose the fun out of it and stuff. Now, like I said, I'll do a video on the gold stuff later on so I could explain it better. Anyways, this is the VK4502B. As you can see, we handled ourselves pretty well. Unfortunately, we had shit teams, no backup, but you can see how, you know, just one-on-one with a tank, or if you just set yourself up, position yourself, multiple tanks will have a hard time taking you on if you keep yourself, you know, keep some distance, keep yourself angled, try to do a, you know, side scrape if all possible, because that'll definitely save your life. I mean, you could just kick ass with this tank. I love this tank. I am so glad I went down this line. I didn't care for the VK4502A. I mean, I did all right with it. I had no real major complaints except for the armor. I didn't care for the armor, but this made up for it. This is definitely a badass tank. This will be definitely one to stay in the garage forever. I'm just going to keep this thing forever. It's a nasty tank. It really is a nasty tier 9. It looks just like the mouse almost. I mean, of course, the mouse is different design, but I mean, think of it as a tier 9 that can sometimes get in just tier 9s or tier 9s and tier 8s, and you could just demolish them. You're like the Minnie Mouse. The Minnie Mouse. Anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the like button if you like it and stuff like that. Leave a comment. I appreciate everybody that has been subscribing, all you old subscribers also. Thank you guys so much. Now, I do have one thing to say before I go. I sent out everybody's stuff that, you know, won on the subscriber party. I sent out all the shirts except for 2 people. There were 2 people that did not get their stuff, and I'm gonna look on my paper real quick to let you guys know who those 2 people are. Actually, I don't have the paper on me. God damn it. Anyways, I'm gonna make a video about it. I know Crazy Wolfen, who won the actual oh yeah, it was Crazy Wolfen that won the flag, I believe. Your stuff's not out because you didn't give me your full address. You just gave me the street address. The other guy that did EMKnights is Beast or something like that, or Bay or whatever. That guy didn't get the t-shirt that he got because he didn't send me anything. So I'm giving you guys a week. I'm going to make another video about this. I'm giving you guys 1 week to get all your stuff and send me a message. You can send it to me at EMKnights55@gmail. Just let me know that that's your tag and stuff. You guys know what your tags are on Twitch. I would prefer to send it through Twitch just so I know it actually is you. So, but you guys have 1 week to give me the stuff, to give me your full address. That means street address, the actual city, the state, zip code, all that stuff. Because without it, I can't send you anything. If you guys don't send it to me by the end of the week, or by, you know, next Friday, we'll give you till next Friday. I'm going to give this stuff away on my next live stream. So, anyways, I'm WizardKen. Till next time, see ya.